Well, I'm on the rockiest radio in the shack. You sure you want me to talk first?
Absolutely, while it still works.
Yeah, I'll make it quick, huh? All right. Good evening, folks. This is K5LYN. My name's Lynn. I'm in Austin. And I'll keep my eyes on the meters, and if they're still moving, that might mean I'm still on the air, and hopefully on 3870. Get together here on Wednesday evenings and talk about the early days of single sideband. I need to ask if anybody needs this frequency for any emergency use before we get any further into this thing. Hearing nothing, we'll carry on. This is a radio that was built, the first part of it was built in 1948 when Collins built its permeability-tuned oscillator type VFO, which they called the 310B. And I use it to excite Heathkit's single sideband adapter called the SB10, and that was about 1959. And it puts out 10 watts, and I used it to convert a Heathkit DX60 novice rig to single sideband, and that all is driving the Collins 30L1 to about 600 watts, listed on the Drake 2B. Buy-sell trades are appropriate if they're vintage radio related, and as we have already discussed, this is a great place to ask for technical advice on a radio that you're working on, because there's a lot of expertise to be found here. All right, let me call some people that I know are here. First of all, how about W5IS? Doug, you still over there somewhere? K5LYN.
Roger, Roger. W5IS. You let me start off early tonight. And I'm running low power on 830. And you're coming in good here. I hope you hear me all right. It's 830 to a double bazooka and the MC50 microphone, and so I'll stand by and listen for all the good boat anchors, W5IS.
Okay, Doug, doing a nice job here, hearing you just fine. Let's see if my neighbor, sort of a neighbor, he's kind of on the way to Lake Travis. How about W5TS? Scott, you still there somewhere? Talk to us.
Yes, sir, Lynn, I'm right here. Scott, W5TS, BK. I'm on a Kenwood 520 for the first time on sideband. So, seeing how it's working. And Lynn, while I was listening to you guys, you know, we started out with that helicopters you helped me update, and I was thinking in the 10 years in the 60s from the helicopters to this Kenwood hybrid in the early 70s, the technology in ham radio in that 10 years is just amazing. I'm just blown away by that. Anyway, that's all I had. Lynn, back to you, W5TS.
Yeah, you're sounding great, Scott. Nice signal into Austin. Nice audio, so that radio's doing you right. All right, there was a fellow named Bob in here a while ago. Let's see if he's still here, and I might not have his call exactly right. I think it's KB5SQG or something like that, maybe a D. What about it, Bob? You still there in Granbury? K5LYN.
K5YL from KB5SQG. Yes, you got the call sign right on the nose. And I thank you much for allowing me back into this great net. Considering last week I was with the squealing Neelys. Hi. I hope I'm not squealing, but hopefully you can hear me. This is KB5SQG.
Okay, Bob, doing a nice job. Coming in here great. Look forward to hearing you again next week. All right, my friend Tom down there in the San Antonio area, KC5L. What do you say, Tom? K5LYN.
Hey, good evening, Lynn, and the Boat Anchors Net. This is Tom, KC5L in San Antonio. And tonight, we're on the usual here. We're talking on the Central Electronics 200B with the D104 microphone, driving a 600L, doing about 300 watts into a Johnson KW Matchbox, and a Homeroom doublet up about 15 feet. And we're listening on the R390A. And that's about all I have here, Lynn. Looking forward to Belton. So back to you, Lynn, KC5L.
Okay, Tom, I'm scheduled to go over to New Orleans area the second weekend in October and pick up the 600L that Nick has been working on for me. So hope to join you really soon. Anything else for the net this evening, Tom?
Nope, that's about it. KC5L.
All right. How about KWOZ? Talk to us, Dan.
Oh, man, caught me by surprise there, Lynn. Thank you. This is Dan, KWOZ in downtown Houston, Sanctuary City of Texas. Just stuck on the same old rig, Kenwood TS530 SP, driving a homebrew linear that's made up of 3 813s in parallel. Now, it's putting out about 1100 watts, which is kind of typical of this amplifier. That's about it. My microphone's a Shure 444D like everybody else, and I got an inverted V about 42 feet in the air. That's pretty much it. I've been working on a Heathkit SB102 downstairs, and I'm going to get back at that hopefully tomorrow and over the weekend here, and maybe be able to put it on one day, but not quite yet. Back to you, Lynn, KWOZ.
Very nice signal into Austin, Dan. Beautiful audio on that station. Great to hear you. Okay, let's see if we can pick up the Rare GX down there in Gonzales. How about N50JB? Talk to us, Denver.
All right, Lynn. This is Denver N50JB, Gonzales, Texas. And I'm talking to you tonight on a Collins winged emblems, a 32S1, and a 75S1. I'm talking to you on a 32S1, listening to you on a 75S1, and I have the console for it, which is the 312B4, and they're all winged emblems. Using a for sure 444 desk microphone, the old black one, and driving an amplifier, the Meritron AL811 at about 600 to 700 watts, and into an inverted V fan dipole up about the apex at about 30 foot in the air, and so I'm surviving. And back to you, Lynn.
You know, everybody I've talked to is right here in the room with me. Great conditions tonight thus far, and it's early. Anything else on your end, Denver?
No, that's about it.
Okay. All right, I'm going to pick up N5MOK, then I'm going to jump over to AG5XP, and then, Jay, I'll throw it your way. That's about half the calls I got written down here. We had a bunch of earlies today. Oh, I need to pick up Byron right quick, so let's make that 3 more on my end, then I'll give it to you. My rig may melt down by that time anyway. N5MOK, to talk to us, Mike, K5LYN.
Yeah, good evening, Lynn, everybody on the net. Yeah, everybody's sounding good tonight. Yeah, it's Mike Kilgore. Tonight I'm on the old TS520, running about 50 watts or so into the SB220, doing about 900 looks like. And the old microphone's MC60. And also I got a external VFO tied into the radio. It seems to work a lot better. The antennas are inverted V. It's supposed to be a temporary antenna, but it's been up there about 20 years. But anyway, I plan on going to Belton. Nothing changes. Drag your RV and all that up there. But anyway, or down there rather. Back to you there, Lynn. N5MOK.
Great signals tonight all the way around. Yours is no exception. All right, my friend Kenneth, AG5XP. Hey, Kenneth, bring us up to date.
Yeah, thank you, Lynn, for picking me up, and the rest of the guys that put on this operation and all the participants. This is Kenneth, AG5XP up in Brownwood, Central Texas. Tonight I'm on a couple of helicopters. Got a 32A transmitter with a 33A amplifier. Excuse me, they're listening to you on a TS530 for receive. Got the old Heathkit 2040 tuner, a D104 microphone, and a G5 RV antenna up there in the big city of Brownwood. Back to net there, Lynn.
You know what you're doing when it comes to these radios. Any new projects in the work, Kenneth? And I guess we're going to see you at Belton?
Yeah, I hope to be there Friday. Yeah, we have to look on my QRZ page to see what I come up with. It's an old homebrew, probably from the 30 to the 40 little CW rig.
Well, that sounds like fun. Now you get you an SB10 like this, and you can put it on sideband.
Right, that's probably what I'll do. But yeah, if you get a chance to look at my QRZ page, I got some pictures of it and pictures of the guts, and maybe somebody there can tell me what that thing was.
I will do that. I will do that for sure. All right, let me talk to my friend Byron, WA5EDX. Hey, Byron, I didn't cut and paste those pictures after I did all those scans. Did everything get there, or is it half and half? What do you make of it, K5LYN?
Yeah, K5LYN and the group. This is WA5EDX, Whiskey Alpha 5, Edward David X-Ray in Bluffdale, Texas. Yeah, I got everything just fine, and it's legible, usable, and I really appreciate it, Lynn. I really appreciate it. Probably when I get back from Belton, I'll start working on that Galaxy 300, but it's legible enough that I can certainly work from it. I haven't pasted together the big printout yet, and that is some old paperwork, isn't it? I think you got that out of the technical library at the Alamo. It was in there with some of Davy Crockett's literature, I think. It seems to have gone way back. But again, I really appreciate it. Now, the rig tonight, I'm on the cheapest low-ball rig there is, and that is a Swan Signet Model 260, the ultimate no-frills radio. And before the net, I was barefoot, but I have put on a pair of shoes so Jay could hear me. I'm matching it up with the Swan 1200X sweep tube linear, that runs the 4 8950 tubes. Seems to be putting out around 300 watts. I don't want to hit it any harder than that. Jim said I was hitting the mic gain a little hard, so I may have to find the mic control on this puppy and turn it down. Let me know. Anyhow, that's all I know for sure. D104 mic and running into the same old inverted V up about 35 feet. So, again, thanks, Lynn. Appreciate the help. Back to you, WA5EDX.
Okay, two thoughts. Those, if it's 4 8950s, you can double that power. Those are great tubes. The biggest sweep tube that I know of, maybe. You see, that schematic was already in all those pieces. As you probably figured that out, it wasn't one piece of paper, but we forged our way through it, and let's hope some good comes of it. Okay, Jay, down your way, and I'll let this thing rest in peace and come back on Cheap and Easy SSV, assuming I don't have any more failures here this evening. KM5QS, K5LYN.
All righty, Lynn. This is KM5QS, and before I get started, I've got a listing for a friend of mine that's all related to what we're doing here. I'll give that pretty quick here in just a second. This is Jay, KM5QS. I'm in Alice, Texas. I'm on a Kenwood TS820S and using a Kenwood R820 as a receiver. Got them tied up in transceive configuration. And homebrew antenna tuner, and all that kind of good stuff. 160 meter dipole and 922 amplifier for about a little over a kilowatt and then some. Anyway, all right, I have a friend of mine. His name is John, KC5NOB. He also lives here in Alice. He's going to be bringing all this stuff to Belton, but if you want to call ahead and reserve it, this is a blue light special, fellas. He has an FT901DM. It works fine, no problems with it. He has another FT901 that he has for a parts radio. It's complete, but it's got something going on with the VFO. He's not sure what. It might be fixable, or it might just be a good parts radio. He also has the VFO 902 DM, which will work with either one of those. He's got a 901 DR transverter that works with the deal. It's got the 6 meter and the 2 meter modules in it. Now here's the blue light part. Oh, he's also got all the manuals for everything. Original manuals for the accessories and printed manuals, service manuals and everything for the 901s. $400 will take it all. $400 for every bit of it. If anyone's interested in that, I thought I had his phone number written down here, but I don't. You can call me and I can give it to you, and whichever. I'm at area code 361-453-2731. 361-453-2731. And John's a good guy. He's when you eat barbecue off that pit up there at Belton, he's the one that put it together. So the pit, that is, not the barbecue. But at any rate, KC5NOB is John's call sign, and he's selling this stuff to make room.
So anyway, if anybody's interested in a whole bunch of 901 stuff, Yaesu, give me a call and I'll get you in touch with John, and he'll bring it up there to Belton for you. All right. That being said, let's get back to business. Anybody need any fills before I take off?
Check in.
Go ahead.
WB50ZZ.
Go ahead, Don.
Yeah, it's Don, WB50ZZ, New Caney, Texas. Running at 520 into a 922 amp. And, what is it? Double bazooka. That's it.
Oh, okay, Don. Yep, sounding good. We got a good band tonight. So, alrighty, let me jump back up to the top of my list and see who... Oh, KB5ZIV. Jim, you listening?
Yeah, I'm still listening.
Okie doke, it's your turn. It's your turn, sir.
Yeah, I had to reset the amp.
Okay.
No problem. All right, guys. Tonight I'm on the FT1000D. The old Meritron AL1500 goes up to the big tuner and out there to the ladder line fed antenna that's a half a mile long. Anyway, everybody's sounding good. Hopefully I'm doing all right this evening.
Yeah, you're doing fine. I've got no problems hearing you.
Roger, roger. Hopefully I got the mufflies out of it.
No, you're not muffled. Not to me, anyway.
Roger, roger.
Anything else?
Fine over here too, Jim.
No, that's it, Jay. I was out running around.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Thank you, sir. We'll talk to you later. All right. Let me see if Mr. Robert is still in here. WW9W.
Yeah, okay. Jay, let me see if this thing's still on frequency here. Looks like it's not. Oh, what went on with it? Oh, okay, I see. It's still working. Anyway, good evening to you. Good evening, Lynn, and hello to Little Yellow Bus over there in Hornbeck. My buddy Jimmy. Good to hear you on, Jimmy. Jay, I'm running the old Heathkit SP102. The Heathkit SP102, running it, looks like about 100 watts, 110 watts or so. Not using no amplifier with it, just trying it barefooted, using a D104 microphone. And got that little 100 and some watts going into the double bazooka, the 8040 Ultimax. And that's about all I got here. You guys sounding good. Got some good propagation this evening. Lynn, you sounding good up here too, buddy. Doing a fine job. So, Jay, I'll give it back to you. Appreciate you. And see you guys in Belton. I'm still going to try to get right down from you there, Jay, on that fence row there. Back to you, WW9W.
Okay, Robert. We'll be looking forward to seeing you down there. Boy, it's been too long without being able to shake each other's hand and give each other a hard time. Anyway, sounding good, Robert. It's working fine for you. No problems. Thank you, sir. Let's see. Next on got here KC5WLF. Sending with your left foot. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Hi, good evening to you there. Appreciate you coming back to my call. And tonight I'm speaking on my Fox Tango 101 ZD Mark III. And looking at my peak power is around 150 watts. It's a stout one, but that's peak power. Using a D104 and a off-center fed dipole for 80 meters. No amplifier here. That's about all I have, and not much to add to the net or anything. I love this cool weather. I think everybody else is loving it too. Maybe that's why we have such a good propagation tonight. But anyway, good evening to everybody on the net. Back to you, Jay. KC5WLF, and I'm in Cedar Park, Northwest Austin.
Okay, Jimmy. Yeah, you may be. That's as good an explanation as any. Is the cooler weather, the denser air. That's what's doing it. You're making me feel. Everybody sounds so good barefooted. I don't know why I'm running all this cotton picking power. Oh, well, I guess if you got it, whatever. So I can reach them fellas over there in Louisiana, like N5WJA.
N5WJA. You caught me not paying attention. Just want to check in, add y'all's numbers, and say good evening, everyone. I'm on new rigs, not on any class in it, but I may change that up here in the future. 7-3's to all, N5WJA, back to Jay.
Okay, Jim. Well, you'll have plenty of opportunity at Belton to find whatever you go. I mean, you know, it's just a possibility. You don't have to do anything. But anyway, we'll see you later. Okay, Mike over there in New Caney, November 5, Delta Juliet Papa. Your turn, sir.
Yes, sir. This is November 5, Delta Juliet Papa. I'd like to say hi to everybody out there. Talking on this old Yaesu 101E E104 microphone. About 120-foot in-fed long wire up about 30 feet. And nothing out the back of the radio. It's doing maybe 75 watts.
Well, you're 9S units down here, so and plenty perfectly readable, so it's working well for you. I guess we do have a good band this evening. Okay, Mike. Anything else for the net?
No, just I'm hearing everybody out there, and I'm just blown away, to be honest with you. The men out there that are operating them old rigs that. They just sound so beautiful. It's just blowing me away. They sound so good.
Well, thank you, sir. Well, that's why we do this. It's fun hearing this stuff. I mean, a lot of these things we looked at them when we were kids, or a lot younger anyway, and we wanted them and couldn't get them, and now we can. So anyway, this whole stuff's fun. All right, Mike, thank you, sir, for checking in. Now, let's see if we can get a hold of Jim up there in Plano, KE5Q.
Yes, sir, I am here, KM5QS in the net, KE5Q Jim in Plano. And we're still kind of on the same, we're kind of stuck on the same rig here, I guess. It's the KWM2 round emblem. And still bypassing the old 3001, letting it rest and going into the L4B. And the microphone's a Shure 444. Tonight, though, I'm on my inverted V antenna, inverted V. So appreciate you guys calling the net, and we'll be there a week, in Belton a week from tomorrow on Thursday. KM5QS, KE5Q.
All right, Jim. Good deal. Well, we'll be there. I'm not sure exactly what Jim's got figured out for the Thursday night chef du jour or whatever. He'll figure out something. It's always good anyway. But so come hungry. All right. N5, George, Delta, India. George. N5 GDI. George, you taking a nap? Okay, maybe later. WA5MTT. How about you, Mike?
Yeah. Oh, hang on a second, Jay. Sorry, I had the flex on in the background there, and didn't need to be listening to the feedback. Yeah, it's Mike in Round Rock, and tonight we're on the Winged Emblem Collins S-Line, a 75 S2 receiver, 32 S1 transmitter, and the amplifier is a 30 S1. Microphone here is, what is this thing? Oh, this is Electro Voice 674. and we're running about 1,200 watts on the 30S1. Just real quick, Jay, for the boat anchor enthusiasts out there, I've got another 30S1 I may bring to Belton if I can get it up and back of the truck. It looks good, works good, and all that kind of stuff. So I may bring it to Belton if anybody's looking for a 30S1. And that's about it. Back to you, Jay.
Okay, Mike. Well, if you do, somebody I'm sure is going to take it home, because gentleman, Mike ain't got no junk. He went through that amplifier with loving care, and it's probably looks better than it did when it was new. Anything else, Mike?
No, that's it. I'll jump on the net this weekend and see if I can find someone that's coming from Oklahoma. I think I was thinking about John, WB5Q. I think I've got his phone number here. I may call on him, see if he can stop in Munster and pick up that equipment that I was trying to get from WV5I. So anyway, still hunting for that thing, Jay.
Oh, okay. Well, if you don't find his phone number, I know I've got it in this book here somewhere. So just holler at me. I'll be glad to give it to you.
Just found it. Yeah, I just found it here. It's WB5Q. That's John Carson. So yeah, I'll see if John's coming down. I might be able to talk him into stopping, with a little extra gas money.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He'll probably do it for you. All right, Mike. Good deal. Of course, I don't have to tell you. You're sounding great. You know that. But anyway.
Well, always good to hear a signal report. You know that.
Yeah, you're somewhere around 10-15 over down here. No problems. Alrighty. Okay, then we have Ron out there. November 5, Sugar Mike. Go ahead, sir.
Good evening, Jay, and everybody on the net. Unfortunately, I'm not on 8:30 tonight. I'm mobile. I'm in refugio, however you say it. And that's about it on this end. So back to you, Jay, in 5 SM Mobile.
Okay, Ron. Well, the people that live there, most of them anyway, that have been there any time, call it refugio. There's no R in it. And refugio, I guess, maybe that's Spanish pronunciation. I'm not sure. But anyway, close enough. I knew where you were talking about. All righty, Ron. Thank you, sir, for checking in. Let me see if I can get Marty's attention up there, northeast Texas somewhere, out there in the woods. N5 KBP.
Yeah, good evening, Jay. This is Marty, N5K BP at Longview. I'm on an old Tempo 2020. It was United's only foray into real ham radios back in the 70s. It's a hybrid rig. It's very unique engineering. I've never seen engineering like this before in my life. But it's been fun resurrecting it. It's got 100 kc VFO, and you have to punch a button to pick which 100 kc section of each band to you want to work on. And a few other oddities that are very interesting. It's got a chain and sprocket drive. It's got 8 separate sprockets with chains between them for the pre-selector, for both the input and output tune circuits, and the band selector. So anyway, it's been fun. Had to replace all those sprockets. I found the guy in California that made them, made replacements. But anyway, that's the story on this thing. And barefoot into my 200-foot dipole, or zip, whatever you want to call it. So that's it, Jay. N5K BP.
Okay, Marty. Well, you're still 9 over down, or 9-ish thing down here. What'd you say the name of that rig was?
It's a Tempo 2020. It was built by Uniden and imported by Henry. The same folks that imported that Yaesu and called it the Tempo 1. Uniden made this thing called the 2020, and they labeled a bunch Tempo for Henry Radio.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it had all that hardware inside of it. I never saw the inside of one, I don't guess.
No, it's interesting. It's the standard 12BY7 driving a couple 6146s on the back end, but the front end is it's interesting. It's got some engineering involved. I'm impressed by the Japanese engineers that worked on this thing. They weren't shy. They threw some stuff in there, but it's really easy to work on though. It really is. Anyway, back to net N5KBP.
All right, Marty. Thank you, sir. Let's see. I got one more here. Whiskey Bravo 5, Lima Yankee Bravo. Jimmy. WB5LYB, you there? Okay, it's your turn. I'll be doggone. All right, well, that's the end of my list. Lynn, are you back? You want to take some more?
Well, I think so. Let's see if I'm on the air here. What do you make of it, K5LYN?
Yeah, I know it's you.
I'm here, Jay.
KF5CCN.
Yeah, if Rusty's there. Rusty, why don't you take it here? I'm going around in circles with my radios this evening, but they seem to be working. Go ahead, Rusty, K5LY.
Yeah, go ahead, Rusty.
Okay, Lynn, it's working. This is WK5R. I'm not on a boat anchor. I'm on my usual TS590S, the Audio Technica microphone, the GS35 amplifier, and the homebrew fan dipole up about 50 feet. That's what we're going on here. I don't have a list, so I'll just throw it out there. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
November 5, Papa Foxtrot.
Okay, Delta Foxtrot, go ahead.
Hey, Rusty, good to hear you. This is still November 5, Papa Foxtrot, near Vicksburg, Mississippi. First thing I want to know, Rusty, you hear any distortion on this radio?
No, not really, Phil. Go ahead.
Okay, I got a report a couple of weeks ago that I was a little bit fuzzy. My bike game was at 3 o'clock. I backed it down to 2, and they said it was okay. I'm running 1 o'clock now, and I'm getting 600 watts out, so I'm okay, I think. This is a KWM2. I'm pushing SP200. It's putting out 600. It says 600, so I think that's okay. I got a Heil microphone and a inverted V. Pretty simple there. And I'd like to comment, everybody is loud tonight. I've got a noise level close to 9, and Jay and everybody else is bumping 20 over. So a few of them are just above the noise level, but most everybody is up there pretty high. This is a good night, looks like, on the radio. And that's about what I've got. This is N5PF.
Okay, Phil. Collins is sounding pretty good there. All right. I know there was some more in there. Let's see who they are. Y'all come now.
November 5, Yankee Echo India.
Okay, was it November 5? Was it Nancy Echo India?
Yankee Echo India. YEI, Jeff.
Okay, go ahead, sir. YEI.
Just saying hello, dialing through the band. We're up in northeast Oklahoma, about 80 miles east of Tulsa. Not a boat anchor. I just did find out about your net and thought I'd say hello. I'm on a Tentec a Tentec Orion 2 with a Titan amplifier, and I don't know, about 600 watts. But hearing all you, every station this evening very well in northeast Oklahoma, double bazooka 80 meter dipole. Y'all have a good evening, and thanks for taking my call.
Okay, appreciate you dropping by there, and that's all right as long as you're interested in what we're doing there. We'll catch you next time. Okay, who's next to the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
K5CCN.
5EF.
Whiskey Alpha.
Okay, it was 5EI. Go ahead.
Echo Fox.
Oh, Nick, go ahead.
Randy, it's good to hear you. It's K5EF. Just wanted to say hello. I'm down here in my workshop working on a 75A1 and just had this little rig. I'm surprised you hear me very well. It's a little Atlas 210 just by itself. Good.
Well, it's working fine for you, Nick. I got your suffix kind of screwed up there at first until I recognized who you was there. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I hadn't checked in a while, but it's been kind of hairy down here with this hurricane thing. I think we're finally getting back to some degree of normalcy, guys.
Roger. Anything else for the Nick?
No, I'm just listening to all the nice signals. Everybody's got a strong one tonight. It must be if you're hearing me. K5EF.
Okay. Appreciate you checking in there, Nick, and sound like you got that Collins going your way. All right. Somebody was tuning up there. Who is next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo Charlie 5, Whiskey Bravo, November.
Okay. That was a train wreck. Somebody ending in November. Go ahead.
Yes, KF5CCN.
KF5CCN, go ahead.
Hi, everyone on the net. Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to check in on AM a little while ago, but I'm on the silly sideband right now.
Well, whatever you're on sounds good there. Somebody was trying to tune up on you there, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm on the hand mic. I don't have my fancy audio stuff in line for this ring, but let's try and check in, and Lynn, I'll shoot you an email. It works. It works like it's supposed to, but I don't know. Maybe if we have time, I'll stick it back in line. Depends on what y'all think and what time we got. Over.
He's a neighbor of mine, Rusty.
Okay, go ahead, Lynn.
Yeah, I'm hearing you fine, Brian. We didn't hear you a while ago, so we can get together on it on email. Okay, back to you, Rusty.
Okay. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Brian. We'll catch you next time. Okay. There's still some more out there. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Y'all spread them out a little bit so I can get you out of there.
WA5DSS.
Oh, I doubled with somebody. Try it again.
WA5DSS.
WA5DSS, go ahead.
Yes, WA5DSS, Bill Kerrville. And we're also on a 520. I think that's about the fourth or fifth one tonight. We have a complete station, and starting with the MC50, and we're also using the tuner tonight as well. And tuning an inverted D. WA5DSS, back to net.
Okay, yeah, the 520 sounded good from down there in Kerrville. Catch you next time. Okay, I know there's still some more in there. Y'all come now. Who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited?
K0SCD.
Okay, I got that one. Go ahead, Steve.
Well, good evening, Rusty, and all you boat anchors. K0SCD and Tyler. And put another 520 on the list. Great old radio. Driving a Collins 30L1 to dipole up 40-odd feet. And that's about it. They're getting ready to go to Belton. Hope to see everybody there. Back to you, Rusty. K0SCD.
Yeah, that 520 sounded good, too, there. Yeah, my sentiments exactly. Look forward to seeing everybody. All right, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo Charlie 5, Whiskey Bravo, Golf.
Kilo Charlie 5, I believe it was Whiskey Bravo Golf. Go ahead.
Well, throw another 520 on the list. Just turned this one on, and it's a little warming up. Forgot to turn it on early today, but we're just here running the radio by itself into a ladder line doublet, so don't have the amplifier on today. But thanks for picking me up. Appreciate it, Rusty. KC5WBG.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like the 520s are ruling the roost tonight. Okay. Who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
KE5ARQ.
KE5ARQ, go ahead.
Hey everybody, this is James over in Floresville, running the Kenwood TS830S, the TL922A, about 1,000 watts, talking on the Shure 444 mic, inverted V about 40 feet, and that's about it. KE5ARQ, back to net.
Okay, the 830 is sounding good there, like it always does. Okay, there might be one or two more in there. Yeah, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now.
Dead meat.
Come again with that. I missed the call.
Alpha Juliet 5 Delta Mary.
Alpha Juliet 5 Delta Mary. Go ahead.
Okay, this is AJ5EM, Doug in Central Arkansas. Just checking in for the count. Go ahead.
Okay, what rig are you on tonight?
All right, now. My boat anchors are all over here on the shelf because Drake TR4 and I also have a TR4C. But I also have a power supply that has dead electrolytics, and I haven't gotten around to putting the kits in on the hall box to get them fixed. So I'm on this spare transceiver. It's an ICOM IC718 because my Syntec Omni 7 has gone plonk, and I don't know if I can even get those fixed anymore. And using the American ALS 1306 amplifier into a fan dipole of about 30 feet. Go ahead.
Okay, well, the low 718 is doing the trick there. Appreciate you checking in. All right. Anybody else out there wants to check in the Boat Anchors Unlimited net before I turn it back to Lynn? Okay, looks like I weeded through them there, Lynn. K5LYN, WK5R.
Yeah, big crowd, Rusty. How am I doing here? What do you make of this thing, K5LYN?
Sounds like your own frequency to me. Go for it.
Okay, well, I have shifted gears since the first tour of duty. This is a radio called Cheap and Easy SSB Homebrew Station from QST 1956. It was built by KG7TR. And here lately he decided he needed that we ought to have a homebrew receiver to go along with it, to mate it to. And so it's now married to a very nice looking 75-meter single sideband homebrew receiver with a mechanical filter. So we're also using it to drive the Johnson Viking Courier, and I've got a little less power than I did on the other station. I guess about 500 watts here going now. So who is out there who wants to talk vintage radio tonight? K5LYN, Lynn in Austin, calling and listening. Well, Rusty, you may have cleaned out the shop. Anybody else want to talk vintage radio? K5LYN in Austin, listening. Well, Jay, you want to take a shot at it?
Yeah, I guess I can do that. We've had 33 so far, counting us. Not too shabby. It's been a very good night. I do have one more thing. I'm sure most of y'all know Matt, KK5DR. He will be bringing an anchor to Belton as well. It's a Yaesu FT102. And he's got a lot of spare parts to go with it. I think he's got an external VFO to go and stuff like that. A lot of stuff. The only thing wrong with the rig is it's got the TR relay. Needs some attention. Other than that, it works fine. And I think he wants $1,000 for everything he's got to do with that radio. So he'll be bringing that to Belton as well. Just to let y'all know, KK5DR, you can look him up, send him an email, whatever, if you need to. I don't have his phone number because he's a private person. But no, I'm just kidding. All right. Anyone else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now, please.
If you guys can hear me now, N5JGX.
Oh, yeah, Hugo, go ahead.
How was my audio? I played around with the game and put batteries in this thing. Is it sounding all right?
Yeah, it even kind of sounds like it.
Well, very good, because I'm almost back to my old self. And I'm using a Kenwood TS2000, an oldie but goodie, and maybe by today's standards it might be considered a boat anchor, and doing well here at home. Hopefully we'll make it to Belton there, over.
Yeah, I hope you do too, Hugo. Looking forward to seeing everybody down there, and even those of y'all that are some distance away. And Nick, if you're still listening, I know you're still cleaning up down there, but we ain't seen you for a couple of years. I mean, gee whiz. We're going to have plenty of barbecue ribs on the deal. So anyway, no, Hugo, you sounding fine, so I hope you do make it okay. And there was something else I was going to say. I forgot what it was now. Must not have been important. KM5QS with the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Thank you, Hugo. And who's next?
W5DPP.
My goodness. Hello, Mr. Sammy. Go right ahead.
Well, good evening, all. I'm on the boat anchor, but I'm here and listening somewhat. I'll be bringing a few little boat anchors probably to Belton. I think I'll probably bring a 520 or 2 or 3 or 4. I don't know. I think I got 4 or 520, so I'll bring a couple of them. And I got a 101. All of them be good boat anchor rigs, simple. There's been plenty of them on tonight, so you can hear, you know what they sound like. I also probably bring a TR4C, and I got another TR4. I probably don't bring it. I'll have one TR4C there probably, and it's a very nice one. Somebody wanted a Drake station. Anyway, we'll look forward to seeing everybody at Belton, W5DPP.
All right, Sammy, good deal. Yep, yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. It's been too long. And besides, Mama ain't there to tell me what I can't eat off the pit. So anyway, thank you, Sammy. Anyone else out there for this deal? As we're getting close to our, well, we still got another 15 minutes or so. Who's next?
Let me add there, got a nice HRO 50. Somebody would want that. I could bring that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, HRO 50. That's pretty cool. Why don't you throw your phone number out in case somebody wants to call you and tell you to bring something?
Oh, hey, the phone number here is 979-820-4814. 979-820-4814, and there's an email on QRZ. That's a real nice HRO. If somebody wanted, got a whole bunch of plug-in coils. Actually got 2 of them, I think. One's a little bit nicer than the other one, so somebody needs to go to somebody that can use it.
There you go. All righty. All right, folks. Anyone else?
AG5XP.
Go ahead, Kenneth.
Yeah, how y'all doing? I just had a couple of questions on that Attic Fine radio that I got. It looks like it's AM, of course. It looks like the main output stage is like 3 various versions of Hurley oscillators and antennas, coupled antenna with a BT4 tube on that thing. About what kind of era of operation would that have been in?
I don't know. Lynn, you got any idea?
Well, maybe if we had some pictures, we could make a better guess. But Kenneth, I don't have a good guess based on what you've told us so far.
Roger on that. Yeah, there's some pictures on my QRZ page, but say it looks like 3-length oscillators with the possibility of putting a VFO tube with a link-coupled antenna system on it, running about 1,000 volts on the final tube there, looks like.
Okay. All right, I'll look it up on the QRZ tomorrow.
Roger, you'll love the shooting can they got around the tubes.
Bring it down to Belton. We'll look at it there, too.
In there that might have a date code on them?
No, this thing's totally homebrew.
Oh, okay, so that wouldn't make any difference.
And some of the parts are pretty antique looking.
Roger. All right. Anything else?
I guess that's it for now. Be glad to see y'all when I get to Belton.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a hoot. It really is. It's going to be, hopefully, there should be a lot of people there, and I think everybody's ready for a ham fest, and everything goes with it.
Yeah, no problem there. I'll be looking forward to it also. Look like the weather's going to be pretty favorable. It'll be nice and cool in the morning, and warm up a little bit, not too bad, so that'll be a good time.
Yes, sir, it will. The weather forecast right now looks great, but we still got a week to go, so I wouldn't tempt Mother Nature too much.
Yeah, you better have the long handles on just in case.
Yeah, I'll always bring clothing for both situations. You never know.
We'll see you then, AG5XP clear.
Okay, Kenneth. KM5QSN. Back to the boat anchor net. Anybody else?
Whiskey Bravo 5, Hotel Juliet Victor.
Hotel Juliet Victor. Go ahead, sir.
Good evening, Dave in Spring, Texas, checking in on my old TR3 my parents bought for me when I was 13, and hopefully it doesn't drift too far off frequency. I just turned it on. WB5HJV in Spring.
It sounds fine. I don't think it drifted if I'm still where I'm supposed to be. Well, I'm down the band just a hair, but you're good here.
Roger. Thank you very much. You sound good down here.
Okay, Dave. All right. Well, Rusty, you want to see if you can pick up a couple more? Whoops, Rusty's going on a beer run, I guess, or something there. Anyway, all right. Well, it's been a very good evening. 36 check-ins so far. That's doing pretty good. So, who else is out there? You're just sitting there. I can hear you listening. You want to say something? Go right ahead.
Did you want me to take it, Jay?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Rusty. I think I've run out of steam.
Okay. Hey, you caught me. It caught me out of whack over here. Anyway, all right. This is WK5R with the Bone Anchors Unlimited Net. Is there anybody else out there we haven't talked to yet on the Bone Anchors Net? Come now. And we may have done it, Jay.
Yeah, kind of sounds like it. Well, everybody, we appreciate you, every one of you. And one more, I'm talking a whole lot tonight. I know it must be because we're a week away from Belton. So, y'all that are all coming out there, bring something for us to cook, and we'll be glad to do it. If it's a large piece of meat or something, try to get it there as early as you can, so we'll have a chance to do it right. If you want to bring something small like ribs or stuff, that chicken, whatever, we can cook that fairly rapidly. Sausage, stuff like that, the usual thing. It doesn't much matter. You bring it, we'll burn it. Bring some flour tortillas, maybe a few eggs for breakfast on Saturday morning, and we'll just go from there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know you probably somewhere got an XYL listening in the background. Y'all have a very good evening. I appreciate all of y'all checking in. KM5QS, the 73s, and to you, Rusty.
And I got one last comment, too.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks to Matt for the recordings that he does. I think he's recording tonight, and it always makes my day the next day when I listen to the recording, if I get it right. Sometimes I don't, but it's fun to listen and see how close we came. Over to you, Rusty, K5LYN.
Okay, Jay. Lynn. All right, last call. Anybody else out there that wants to check into the Bone Anchors Unlimited Net before we close it? Come now. I heard nobody. So this is WK5R with the Bone Anchors Unlimited Net. I appreciate everybody checking in because Jay, Lynn, myself, we all know what it takes to keep these things on the air and make them work. We'll catch y'all next week. So this is WK5R now closing the Bone Anchors Unlimited Net and returning the frequency to normal amateur abuse.